Hey folks, so I wasn't meant to be in the workshop today, but it seems like I have buggered this up somewhat. I was hoping to get this knife glued up last night, but then I found some voids and I filled them, but I've never actually used this this stuff before. And it's a black dye, it's kind of wet. I didn't use very much, but I mixed up such a tiny amount of epoxy that I must have well overshot the amount of pigment. And I didn't test it because I was wanting to get it done. So, ideally I should have done a little bit, left it to set, and see how it came out. This is how it has come out. And I don't know if you'll see, it's like a very thick putty, so no wonder it didn't dry last night. Luckily we've got plenty of room to sand it off, and also I put a very shallow angle in, and I actually prefer a very steep angle. Yeah, I actually prefer a bit more of an angle, so it's not going to be a problem. It just means that I couldn't glue it up, and hopefully I'll get it glued up this morning, because I have to leave it 24 hours after I've glued it up, so I was hoping to sort of start work on the 2nd. And anyway, so I'm gonna have my coffee, and I might try getting some of this off with I might try scraping some off. I might try some acetone, but I can sand it off. I'll just get an old belt, because that stuff's gonna ruin any belt, I would say. So hopefully I'm gonna get back on track this morning, but the issue is that I'm probably gonna have to refill the void, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so looking good now. Yeah, you can see a bit better. Rub some acetone, you can see the cracks a bit better. So they're not very big this time though. So I've got to decide what I'm gonna do. I might just fill them with clear epoxy. I did save sawdust from these handles. Find it. It's here. The reason I didn't use it last time, it looks alright through the camera. It looks a bit grey in real life, but they're such small holes. I might fill them clear. I might use some sawdust, or I might go with the black dye again. But yeah, sometimes in knife making it's nice just to get back to square one. Okay, call me an idiot or glutton for punishment perhaps, but I've gone with the black dye again. Really, even though it didn't work out last time, the way it actually had filled the voids, it kind of made them look more like a feature, and really like that. So what I did is I just mixed up a lot more epoxy and only used a tiny bit of the dye, and it still looks jet black. So yeah, that stuff goes a long way. So fingers crossed, I should find out pretty soon if this has worked, because this epoxy should set really fast if it has, and if it hasn't, then it's back to the drawing board. So I've given this about 10 minutes, and it's already setting. So it's better than the last one was after leaving it about 14 hours or something. So fairly confident this is going to work this time. With any luck. I did separate the scales, by the way. I didn't leave them like that, and I did clean the underside. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at least an hour or so, at least, and maybe I'll get back to it today. Maybe I won't. So that's excuse me. That's sanded up to 2,500 grit now. So I'm not completely happy with that. The voids were really well filled, and then I've started sanding, and yeah, they've kind of opened up. One of which was tiny, but it wasn't even there before. So I mean, it's not very big, so I might buff it and see how I feel about it. Otherwise, I'm back to filling. Yeah. So, here we are again. Third time lucky, as they say. Yeah, sorry this video is going on so long. I just wanted to kind of share this process with you, and you know, not pretend that I know exactly what I'm doing all the time. Knife making for me has been about learning how to correct my mistakes all the time. So, which, you know, you learn a lot that way. You learn fast, and yeah, hopefully the product's going to be good. So I don't think the customer would have even noticed this so much, because it's not in a place that you're going to be staring at. But I've only got this one chance to sort it out, and it would have annoyed me. So even though it was pretty much finished, I only had to buff it. I'm going to go back again, and this time I'm only going to hand sand this part, because obviously the machine was taking too much off. So if I only hand sand, hopefully the voids will all be filled and nice. So thanks for sticking with me. Back to where I was. Sanded up to 2,500 grit. It's just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So it's looking a lot better. It's not perfect, but I think I'm going to give it a buff, see what it looks like, see if I'm happy with it. So there we have it, buffed with a white compound. So I'm going to leave it at that. I am going to drill some little holes in the side of them, on the insides of the scales, just for like the glue, pockets for the glue to sit in. And then I need to make sure that's all level again. And then I just need to key up all the surfaces that I'm going to glue. And that should be me ready to glue up. Okay, thanks for watching.